crazy? The fact that Paul W.S. Anderson can make the best video game movie ever and make the shittiest video game movie ever in his whole lifetime. It's just it's
Terrible.
insane, you know. Welcome everybody to the MOFO Rewind. I am Chaz, and this is my heterosexual life mate Ben, and we are reviewing Mortal Kombat. Yo, you know what's crazy? The fact that Paul W.S. Anderson can make the best video game movie ever and make the shittiest video game movie ever in his whole lifetime. It's just it's insane, you know.
But
I mean,
did he do both?
you know, he did no. So here's some trivia for you. They were like, oh hey, we want you to come back and do this one because we have the video game coming out. We got the TV show. They have the live action TV show, so they wanted to put out the movie. And he looked at it, the script, and he was like, this is kind of trash. And he was just like, the shooting locations, everything. He was like, I'm good. So then this the guy, I think some other dude took over. He destroyed. That's why Annihilation was just terrible. But he didn't do both. But he did all the Resident Evil movies. Paul W.S. Anderson. Yeah, I remember him and his wife. You know,
call those good?
Yeah, I mean, those are not good. That's what I'm saying. Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you said the word. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Mortal Kombat is the best one he's ever done, and Resident Evil 2 to the end was just trash. So
yeah, the first one was fun.
I love the first one.
After that, wow.
You know, rewatching this, having rewatched this for this whole review we did, I just like watching Mortal Kombat 1 and then looking back at Resident Evil. It's shot the same way, you know, and it's good the way he shot it, and it just seems like
the CG is terrible.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Both.
Yes. But I believe that Mortal Kombat is the better movie, though. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, splitting hairs, but yeah.
What like did this bring you back like to 95? Like this bring you back to like when you first, I don't know when you saw it. Was it 98 you saw it?
I've never watched it critically. Like I've always watched it just, you know, as a fan of Mortal Kombat, just like appreciating the little things in there. But like watching it, like just fully like taking notes and just watching what's just happening over, it's just wow. Shocking that I got a sequel.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, look, I love it for what it is.
Ooh,
but
I thought you're going a different way.
What it is trash.
What did he say?
Damn, Judas.
It's. I mean, look, I'll never be upset that I watched the movie. It's a good time, but it's not. It is a bad movie.
It's okay. Hold on. All right, we're gonna have to agree to disagree there.
Movie.
I think it's a great movie. That's maybe, you know what it is. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's because it was on TNT.
How is it? Just tell me how it's a great movie.
Well, we can get to that, Ben. We can get to that, but I think for its time and what it did, and the fandom, bringing Mortal Kombat to what it is today, is because of this movie.
No,
no, seriously. Without this movie, Mortal Kombat wouldn't have been as big as it got. It's part. I mean, it's part of the train. I'm not saying it's all of it, but it is part of it. Mortal Kombat introduced. So let's say we knew about Mortal Kombat, right? We played the game. There's people that didn't know anything about Mortal Kombat, and watching this movie, people got invested in it. They're like, "Oh, what's it about? A video game? Let's go into video game." The arcades blew up. They need to go to Street Fighter route. Well, you know, one day we'll review the Street Fighter movie. But
I don't think
Street Fighter, the movie, I don't think so. Street Fighter, the movie, was the biggest trash in the world. But it also came out with a video game, a Street Fighter video game. This one was like, we got a video game. We're gonna base it off this video game, and we're gonna keep it close to the heart of the video game, and which they did. And what they added to the video game franchise was a story. They expanded the story, which that's one thing I was going to get into. I mean, if you want to get into it right now, I appreciate that the movie actually gave time to all three characters. Like all three main characters had equal parts through the whole thing. And I appreciate that. Like it was just like it was a good ride. Like as soon as you jump into the movie, you know what it's about. It's Mortal Kombat, right? But you're like, what the hell is this? His brother gets murked, and then boom, it drops you right into Liu Kang. And the lighting on his face, he's green, just woke up, and he's just all panicked and everything, the rain, and it's great. You know his brother just died. You feel his pain, boom, right away. It goes to Sonya Blade, shows her going through the club, chasing Kano. That's her story. Then you go to Johnny Cage. You see that his story is about his ego. You know, you just, the way this movie was shot and portrayed, and like you get invested right away. You jump right into it, and you feel like you're into a story. That's why I feel like it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Greatest video game movie ever is trash.
Yeah, but it's the greatest video game movie ever. I mean, that's kind of a joke, you know. It's like it's more of a statement on video game movies than actually how good people thought the movie was. Because of all the video game movies that we got, that one is the best one.
I mean, but
I don't think it's saying like, oh, this is like it's not a great movie on its own.
That's a stretch, man. This movie, if this came out by itself, we would think it's the best thing in the world.
No way. I don't think so.
I think Annihilation made it trash. Annihilation was a crap movie, which we will get to one day. We were definitely going to destroy that movie, but this movie has heart, man. It's just a good movie. I don't know. I feel I love my old kung fu movies. I'm so into all the Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan stuff, and Robin Shou he was in Hong Kong doing the same thing, had the same kind of transition, and he did a great job keeping you invested in the movie. Actors kept you involved. You got the guy from friggin' the guy's Raiden. He's from Highlander. It is just like he got paid the most, and apparently on set he was so calm and chill that he made the environment great, and you could tell in the movie that they were all having fun and they were having a good time, and it just seems great. Did you know? Here's another fun fact about the movie. They shot the movie. They finished it. They tested it, right? And they said the movie's great. It just needs more fighting. So here's another thing. The Scorpion fight scene with Johnny Cage. It was supposed to be them in the forest, and that was it. And then they were gonna have a fight, and it was gonna end there. They went back and did reshoots, and they added that fight scene with him and Johnny Cage in hell, fighting each other.
Well, they needed that because the forest thing was horrible.
It was nice. It was a nice shot, though.
No.
You got to see that. Like the forest shot was good. Like them. Like
yeah, that's great, but there's more to. I mean,
no. I agree.
I agree. Over here thing coming out of his head and changing directions 8 times like a heat-seeking missile. Come on, bro.
Well, I mean, but it was shot nice though. Like the stage was nice, right? The place they shot it at was cool.
Sure.
And whatever. So then they added the reptile whole fight scene for Reptile. Reptile wasn't gonna have a fight scene, but they added that whole fight scene. So they took $3 million off the movie right at the end. So Paul W.S. Anderson didn't get to finish, right? He finished the movie, but he was like they had to do it on a short schedule. So then that $3 million went back into those fights, and obviously it paid off because honestly, I think Reptile's fight was the best fight out of all the fights. I think so. That's my favorite. I think the music, the score was good, and for that fight, and the fight scene was just perfect. I don't know. I just feel like that was my favorite. What was your favorite out of all of them?
Definitely wasn't Scorpion. Sub-Zero was cool, but it was so fast.
Yeah, a lot of jumping in that one.
Yeah, and he just killed him so quickly. Like Sub-Zero's first thing was to go, let me make this giant ice bubble and do nothing with. Anyway, I don't want to get into.
I think it was the budget. That had to be the budget.
Probably I think the Liu Kang and Shang Tsung at the end.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one too. The whole thing through, or like the beginning fight with the music kicked up.
I like the whole thing. I think it worked best as a. I think Liu Kang was the most committed actor in the whole movie.
Do you know Robin Shue he staged all the fight scenes, like he was the choreographer?
Did
Yeah, for
I'm not
all the fights in
surprised.
there. Yeah, man.
He was definitely the one who cared the most about this movie.
Oh yeah.
So I think I appreciated his fight at the end. I think it you could see it meant more. It meant something to him.
Music. Listen to that music again. This like when you started that movie.
Yeah, I mean, comes out. I mean, didn't even wait for the New Line Cinema logo.
Nah, it's just
to come there. They're just like everybody's here for the music.
Yeah, for real. You can tell clubbing was like on its.
Oh my god!
Like
that was like
up.
it was like an ecstasy trip.
Yo.
Just listening to that.
Still to this day, I mean, you know how many clubs I've been to and they play that still? It's
Really?
so crazy. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, gets everybody bumping. In the Blade one, the Blade soundtrack.
Oh my god! That Liu Kang wakes up. There's like it's like a green room.
It's the lighting in this movie is really good.
Yeah.
I think like the blue, like the smoke.
Yeah, but to me, it's all over the place as well. I don't think there's one flavor throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, that's not. But
It's very disjointed.
I think that the lighting was based off the moods in the scene, and I loved it. I don't know, just going from Shang Tsung, and then his whole thing was green and taking souls and stuff, and that green tint over Liu Kang was just perfect. And he's the dragon. There's just a lot of symbolism in that shot.
Yep.
Sadness, knowing that something happened, rain. It's just crazy. And Western Union, when people use Western Union, grandfather says, "Come home." It's crazy.
Yes, it's a hot mess. I mean, there's. I feel like there's times you know this is a '90s movie every time you watch it. Like, it's like this pure '90s.
I was like, what's that? Somebody use a Western Union?
Middle of the decade. It's smack dab in the middle of the decade too. Next scene we got Jax and Sonya chasing down Kano. Jax was basically just like an Easter egg in this movie.
Yeah, he really was, and
they put him in the next one.
I'm sad that this actor didn't get to play Jax. I feel like he would have did a better job than the guy that we got, the guy from American Gladiators from the second one.
Yeah. I had it in here as Jax and Sonya chasing down Kano with toy guns. Those guns looked like they weighed about half a pound.
For real, they were like silver.
They were just running around, shiny as fuck. I was like, what is happening here?
Paul W.S. Anderson was like, we need these guns shiny so people could see them. And
we should probably look up what the budget was eventually, what the budget for this movie was, because I mean, they cut corners wherever they could.
Oh, they had to. Well, they took $3 million from him when they started, like 10 days into shooting. So
yeah, no, for sure.
Crazy.
And then,
yeah.
And I put it here, Kano giving off big rapey vibes.
Yeah, for real.
He was asking him,
can I take it to the island?
Share a cabin together.
Take it a cabin, yeah.
Trip to the. All right, Kano, take it easy. So yeah, that's when they introduced Kano's working for Shang Tsung to lure her to Mortal Kombat.
Yep. And then she shotguns the guy from Kung Fu Hustle through the
messes that guy up. And then his day, then we get reintroduced to Liu Kang when he's coming back home. Is that's supposed to be like a Tibetan temple or something?
Yeah.
Tibetan, right?
Yeah.
It's
so a Buddhist temple.
Is it Buddhist?
Yeah. He's a monk because Liu Kang was a monk.
Yeah. As it comes back to there, clear he doesn't believe in Mortal Kombat, but it's funny. I mean, this is where it gets funny for me. It's just like he doesn't believe it, and then like 2 seconds later, he's like, "All right, we'll go."
He's like, "All right. I don't care about your wishes, Uncle."
Yeah, and he's like, "Okay, we'll go do it." But
when Raiden body slams him.
Yeah, that's what.
Not a thunder god.
Raiden appears. Liu Kang also doesn't believe he's Raiden. It's some beggar. Then it said Raiden kung fu's him and gives him the glowy eyes.
The thunder going off. You listen to it because I was listening to surround sound, and you hear like things I'd never heard before in the movie. Like when Raiden like kung fu's him over his shoulder.
Yeah.
He freaking you hear the thunder going off. I'm like, God damn! I'm like, I didn't even hear that before. Never. TV version doesn't have that.
Yeah, no, I don't think I noticed it this time, so that's probably why. But so then Lou gets all bitchy and runs off.
Yeah.
Here's my thing also. Asian characters.
Yes.
White man god.
Oh, like always, right? It's just like
So strange.
Lewis
Like, come
says
on,
all the time.
obviously this guy should be Asian.
Lewis says all the time that Matt Damon movie where he saved the Great Wall. He's like, this is the most disrespectful thing I've ever.
Oh my god, that was. I mean, I never watched that movie, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, "What? Why is Matt Damon doing this? This man has plenty of money. He could say no to whatever role he wants.
Yep.
But he did that. Blue storms off.
Yeah.
Next scene, we have the shadiest dock of all time. It's like nothing good happens on a dock that looks like this.
Oh wait, you skipped a scene.
What is it?
Introduction to Johnny Cage.
Oh shit! I did skip that. That was after Jackson Sonya.
Yeah.
Yes. Johnny
that
Cage
was great.
Shooting a movie, which is kind of pretty clear from when those guys did not look legit at all.
No.
And then
he's like, this is where you fall.
This is where you fall. Set pieces of luggage and I put meets the sacrificial black guy.
Oh my god, it's true.
Art.
Yeah.
It's like they literally put that guy in the movie just so you could feel a little bit attached to him, just so you like you cared a little, but not really that much when he dies later.
Yep.
But and I don't even did he introduce his name there? Because I was like, I didn't hear his name, but then I heard his name after he died.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was.
It's Art. But, yeah.
He was a karate champion, and Johnny Cage saw him in like London or something fighting.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Assumes Liu Kang's just some bellhop. It's like there's a random. Like you thought,
hey, Asian man on dock.
On this dock was just gonna be like, come on, man, what are you doing?
He's like Asian man on dock. let me come move my bags.
Must be the guy who does this. Just throws them, and then Liu Kang throws his bags in the water. That was great.
That was good.
Then we got the ghost Chinese pirate ship that shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like,
and everybody's just like,
let's just get on.
That's our ride. We should do that.
How did all those people fit on that boat, by the way?
Oh my god, yeah, that boat was so small. Everybody had their own space on there somehow.
Yeah, for real.
And then Sonya just chases Kano on there without her partner. No backup.
Sonya, don't go. Sonya.
That's the last we see of Jax.
Yep, with hair.
With hair. Then we are on the boat, and Sonya meets Johnny Cage finally, and holds him at gunpoint. Where's Shanks?
Their chemistry is great, by the way.
It is until a certain scene later in the movie, which I have in here, so we'll talk about that when we get there. But it really their back and forth is good. Like between all three of them, I think their back and forth is really good. But there was a certain scene that I'll bring up later.
I can't wait to hear this shit.
This is where Sonya meets Shang Tsung.
Yeah. They went there in the basement.
Yeah, they're down there, and then the other two catch up to her, and then he introduces Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which is like what everybody's waiting for.
Oh man, that's like see like that. Like you saying this is not a great movie.
Yeah.
Like that scene was just great. You got introduced to the 6 main people, technically, of in a Mortal Kombat game. Like that's the 6 people that are in the game, versus and Raiden got there too. So yeah, so everybody from the game, first game, right there in one room, and it was just great. Like you're like, oh, this is the protagonist. This is this is everything. You find out everything in here, like how OP Scorpion Sub-Zero are.
Yeah.
Like, and then they destroy the MacGuffin. Everybody's like, why didn't Sonya just shoot everybody? Oh, that's right, her gun got frozen.
Right. Her gun. The Scorpion starts to pull out the. What do we call that thing? Is it like a snake?
Spear. It's spear. It's a
spear. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, a spear. And then Raiden shows up and just like, bitch, get out of here.
Yo, he whooped that ass.
And then he yells at Shang Tsung. He's like, you're not supposed to do that before they're on the island. Blah blah blah.
And then Shang Tsung does a successful sexual move to Bridget. He's like, hey, you will be mine later, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, okay, creep ass.
He already knows what he's planning. Then we get so Raiden tells them, this is when Raiden like really breaks down what Mortal Kombat is. That for the Emperor to enter another realm, He's got to beat that realm's champions 10 times in 10 consecutive Mortal Kombats.
And they finally lost 9.
They lost 9. You guys are the last hope.
Like, oh, okay. Thanks for the pressure. Rated.
Basically says Mortal Kombat begins.
Blah, yeah. Blah, blah,
blah. Which is like, when does it begin? Does it begin on the ship? Does it begin when they get to the fucking island? You guys gotta make up your goddamn mind.
It's definitely the ship.
so many continuity problems in this movie. Sonya. Oh, this is when they're rowing up to the island. Sonya's still trying to get a signal for some reason. Even though she, like, hello.
I love how Johnny Cage was the comic relief, but he didn't seem like the comic relief, right? He seemed like he can hold his own, through the whole movie. Sure. When he fell right into the water with all his luggage, that was great.
Oh yes, that was when he was getting off the rowboat, right?
Yeah.
He also just face first, just
like,
face plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I also like how they're keeping focus throughout this whole seeing all these scenes with the 3 characters. Like they didn't go keep it on Liu Kang, then everybody was in them 3.
I mean,
all
it's
together.
basically one of them is in every scene basically in this movie.
Yep.
Kitana. So it's just like Liu Kang just walks in, he stares at her, she stares at him, he stares at her, and then they just move on. She
definitely was put in there just because she's mad attractive, because her acting skills were terrible.
Not great.
It's terrible.
There's a lot of stiff acting in this movie. We put worst CG ever, maybe.
Yeah, it's true.
Reptile, the color palette of that reptile.
Oh god,
did not.
It looked like Beast Wars. It looked like Beast Wars Transformers.
Where did this come from? What world did you pull this from and insert it into this? Because it was like bright lime green and pink, and I was just like, how did this get into this movie?
Did you watch Beast Wars as a kid?
Oh, I love Beast Wars.
Okay, do you remember the episode when they both were trying to get this one? The pod opens and it's this like cute little person. They're like trying to bring him to either become a Decepticon or remember he's like friend. Yep. That's what it looked like, exactly like that.
It was terrible. It was so bad. All the I just labeled them as red shirts.
I
just labeled them as red shirts for the rest of this.
They're red shirts, exactly.
That's basically what they are. Yeah. So we get Sub-Zero versus Red Shirt, and he just flawless victory.
That guy, I was just like even when I was a kid, I was just like, this guy's it's a wrap for this guy.
Sweet, doing all this crazy shit. And Sub-Zero just hits him with the
ice ball he should have hit Liu Kang with.
He's doing the flying kick. Exactly. Yeah, real quick, just get it over with. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Then you just get that epic flawless victory and then Shang Tsung dips. He's like, all right, this is all I wanted for you.
The guy look, but you know what I was gonna say? I have a note here. Shang Tsung's guards, like the guys, they actually all look good, man. They look like ripped dudes that like could fight. Like they all look like they could fight. It is just like,
and they probably could, but not in this movie.
And they weren't super jack guys. They were lean fighters.
Yeah, they were moving like fight. Like all their kicks and punches look sharp.
Paul W.S. Anderson was just like, let's get a bunch of karate guys. This has to be like 100 stunt men.
I'm sure that's what he did.
They look good, man.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Goro's
hand looked good.
That's what I Trinity. I named them the Trinity for the rest of this. Trinity exits to look for Shang Tsung, and then you just see Goro's hand.
Bro, Goro terrified me for so long as a kid. I had so many bad nightmares. I had so many bad nightmares from that.
For sure. The intimidating fella.
The intimidating fella. So what do we got?
Then the group finds Kano. They're just sneaking around. They see him eating. I said the rawest looking chicken leg I've ever seen.
Yo, for real.
That shit looks so nasty.
Yeah. That was huge, though.
It either had no seasoning or
there was no adobo there.
Or it was raw.
There was no adobo, no cumin. It was just negative.
I was so grossed out. Like, usually you see somebody eating a chicken leg like that or something, or turkey leg, whatever the hell that was. And you're just like, yeah, I want to eat one like that.
Yeah.
I've never been more grossed out by watching somebody eat in my life. Then, all right, that meeting ends, and the Trinity, as I'm calling them, they're trying to find their way back.
Yeah.
Lou gets sprayed by a reptile in the face.
Which he spits acid.
Yeah.
I don't understand why his face didn't burn off.
Yeah. I was like, no, it's not that real acid.
No. He's gonna take some spit. I don't feel like burning you today.
then somehow they end up back where Goro and them were, but they're gone, and then all the red shirts start coming in.
Yeah, the music kicks up. Oh,
yeah, that was a good fight scene. This was a good fight scene.
Yeah, it was good.
And then they beat them all up, and then Raiden comes in with his sarcastic applause.
I don't think so.
He said, "What are you gonna do about those guys?" Yeah, oh my god, such a cheesy scene. Because those guys were just waiting there for Raiden to cue them.
It's true.
It makes no sense.
He's like,
yeah. So then Raiden basically just says, "Everybody chill the fuck out."
He got paid $1 million for that, by the way. He was the highest paid actor on that set.
$1 million.
Yeah, but he was Highlander, so he was expensive. You watch Highlander movies?
No.
Wow, bro, you got to get into that, man.
Yeah, I give it a shot.
Yeah.
You lose first up versus some yoked up black guy.
Yeah,
that dude was huge.
Yeah, he was from this show after Fox Kids. They used to put it was like this kung fu show. They used to like put their symbols into things when they won. I forgot what the hell it's called.
He was a big mofo.
He was a big dude, man. He's a karate expert.
Crap.
It was a good fight.
I mean, you could tell he knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
that's what I like about a lot of the fight scenes in this is that you can tell the guys are legit.
Real quick on the fight scene, since we're bringing that up real quick, yeah. Liu Kang had 5, Johnny Cage had 2, Sonya Blade had 1. Through this whole thing,
really?
Yeah. I'm counting all of them, but it makes sense because Robin Chu was a professional, whatever. And he's choreographed all the fights, so they were just like, let's put him as much as we can.
Definitely easier for that.
Oh yeah.
Somehow Liu Kang knocks him out with a drop kick.
Yes, and then his soul gets taken.
Drop kick to the chest knocks the guy out for some reason. Then soon, does your soul.
They got that's another thing I got a little annoyed of is like they couldn't figure out what color the person was going to be after he took a soul because the first black guy got a soul taken, which all the black guys that got their souls taken right away. So
they're gonna be taking that one.
Let me get that one. So he took
because he turned like a gray blue, right?
Gray blue, and then the other guy turned straight black.
Oh damn! Sonya versus Kano. Which there was a 120 pounds soaking wet versus at least 215 plus.
Yeah, he was jacked. It was jacked Australian, man. That was a jacked Australian.
It makes no sense that she would be able to do anything against him. Sonya kills him by breaking his neck out of the weirdest choke position of all time.
That grab is from the video game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but she usually slams him down on his head. Yeah, but obviously, I guess they couldn't do that because probably would have killed the man.
Or killed herself. The wire work.
Yeah, wire work exactly. Because Bridget was definitely not doing that in real life.
No, definitely not. I don't think anybody can.
Please, Sonya, give me a break. Okay.
It was just so terrible. Like at least make it look like she had her legs locked around his neck. Like do something. She had his head between like her shins.
Her shins. Yeah.
Like there's no leverage there.
There's no leverage. He could have just
picked her up and 215 pounds.
Why didn't he just pick her up and powerbomb her?
Yeah, I don't. He could have done anything there. Oh, so bad. Johnny Cage versus Scorpion,
which was amazing.
Which had the worst get over here of all time.
Oh. But
I did literally put best fight scene though. I literally put that in my rundown. It's
up there it's one of the great fight scenes.
I think the once it got down to the hell part and but then the hell part why'd they have to do the get down here?
Get down here.
Like they couldn't resist that one urge. Nah. Get down here. No, he never says that. No. That was terrible.
Yeah.
But when he changed the mask off and got the fucking skull.
That was good. That was good CG right there. That looked pretty good. The only thing I got annoyed of was why he exploded, but I was just like, that's one of my hates in the movie. I hate the Scorpion blowing up. It was stupid.
Made no sense.
No. They should have had Johnny Cage just cut his head off with that shield.
But that was the thing. Like he did, and then they still needed. I don't know.
That was an extra explosion.
Yeah.
They were like, we have $3 million now. Because that was the second shoot. They were like, we have $3 million. Let's just make him blow the fuck up.
We're going to blow this money.
I did.
In Katana training session.
Oh, that's dope. That is the worst fight scene. That right here,
it was
worst.
It was an observed training session, basically, because neither of them had any plan on killing each other.
Use life to win your next battle.
The element that provides life.
Oh
no, the Liu Kang Sub-Zero fight scene, which the way he gets him is awesome, but again, it makes no sense that Sub-Zero would try that hard.
Yeah.
And then the way Liu Kang throws that bucket, the water would have never been ejected.
Oh my god, I hate that fight
from
scene.
the bucket. He throws the bucket with the bottom of the bucket facing him. Why would the bucket turn around and then launch the water out? So many sketchy things.
I have this like weird like theory that the guy that was Sub-Zero, he was like a parkour guy. Like all he did was really good at backflips and shit. And I think that's what, like, if you notice in that scene, they really don't fight. He does jumps and flips the whole time.
Yeah, he does like two things, and then he goes right to I'm gonna create the ice ball.
Yeah, but that was pre the $3 million. So I'm guessing they would have added, but Sub-Zero, his effects probably really expensive. That's probably why I didn't.
They just underserved their most popular character.
Yeah, they really did.
Like Goro versus Sacrificial Black Guy, aka Art, which was a fine fight scene, and then he just basically picks him up with his bottom two arms and then chops him. That kills him.
Meh. And then let me take your soul this time.
Yeah, right now. Right. But yeah, so Goro kills this guy. Then Raiden, they all go to Raiden like, how the fuck are we supposed to beat this guy? And he's like, listen, guys, you can do it.
You can do it. Use your minds.
You can do anything you put your minds to, basically. That's basically what he said.
Basically what he said,
yeah. I was like, did Raiden just sniff Sonya's hair?
Did he really?
It's so creepy. Because he does Johnny first. And he's like behind him, but he's like 2 feet behind him. And then when he goes to tell Sonya, he gets like right up behind her and puts his hands on her shoulders and just like whispers it into her ear. And it's like, bro.
I didn't even notice that. I gotta go back and watch that part.
You're a fucking god pervert.
God pervert.
We got Johnny with Goro.
Oh god, that's number 2.
He comes in with the glasses, and
what do you say? Those are $500 glasses, asshole.
Goro snatches them off his face and crushes them. Then he splits and punches Goro right in the balls. And Goro loses his shit. And Shang Tsung's like, bro, get it together.
So, side note, Goro was the most expensive thing on set because he kept breaking down. They said over and over again. So like scenes.
So was he a robot?
He was a robot. Yeah, he was the last animatronic made. Because after that, everything started going to CG. After that,
wow.
They said that he was like, because that was a bunch of people puppeting. He was the whole time.
I thought it was like a claymation.
Nah, man, it was legit a puppeteer the whole time.
Nice,
crazy. That's why he looks so good. It looks so good for what it was.
No, it did. Especially
even when they hit him in the balls and his eyes crossed and like he was just like,
oh yeah, no, it's amazing. Yeah, it's so good.
It was great.
And then then Johnny runs away. And then Shanks was like, go get them. And Johnny's just waiting by the cliff. And then for some reason doesn't like let Goro walk to the edge and then kick him off. He's like, okay, we're gonna fight here. Right on the edge of this cliff. Because I like my odds.
They were like, yeah, Johnny needs a fight.
Against a 11-foot guy with 4 arms. But he took that chance and I guess it paid off because he just kicked him over, basically. And that's when Johnny's like, those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Oh, yeah.
And then they fight. And then when he's holding on, when he goes over the cliff, he's like, this is where you fall.
Oh, yeah. The good callback. Yeah, that was
setting up the callback. Or executing the callback.
Oh, that's cool.
And he...
he gets hit by lightning.
Then the whole crew was like, finally.
And no, you hear. Before we're done with those scenes.
Done with the Goro.
And you hear, nah, help me. I'm gonna challenge Sonya Blade to Mortal Kombat. And then the MacGuffin comes up again. Oh, she has to accept it first, though.
Just to accept it, yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Brayden's like, I have nothing more to teach you, but I can't go to Outworld with you. But I'm a god.
I must have skipped some stuff because I literally put that Loon Cage follow her. But yes, so
They go into Outworld.
They go into Outworld. We see Reptile again.
Yes.
Still terrible, but
well,
still terrible CG.
I'm so happy because that scene was just supposed to be him grabbing him off the wall, pushing him down, and you know that scene where you see him kicking him on the floor and crushing him.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the end of it. But then they went back in the post, and then they added that whole scene when he gets.
You know what? I had a feeling that fight scene was done post because Johnny Cage just disappears for all of it.
Yeah, he disappears. Yeah,
he's not there.
Nah.
I was like, it's not like they knocked him into the next city, bro.
No, they were shooting. It took them 5-6 days to shoot that and Scorpion thing at the same time. So there was Scorpion and the Reptile fight, which is great. Both of those fights added were amazing.
Yeah. So that makes sense because I was like, what? I was like, where the hell's Johnny Cage? What
did you think about the bicycle kick? It was great, right? I feel like everything executed in there was just great.
A flying dragon kick?
No, the bicycle kick. The one that he was like, when he hits him a bunch of times with his feet, that's called the bicycle kick.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yes. The dragon kick is one straight kick. The bicycle kick is a bunch of kicks to the chest. Remember, he's like, and he's like, he starts kicking him.
That's a bicycle kick?
Yeah. I just like how Reptile got his own music. They were like, Reptile.
You have to have Reptile. I mean, you definitely, the ones you needed to have were Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Yeah. But I feel like Reptile was the next one you had to have.
Well, I don't think Reptile was
all the ninja ones.
Well, Reptile wasn't in the first game. He was in the second game. So I guess they just added him because they wanted to see what he looked like.
Well, didn't 2 games come out before?
Oh yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, because Trilogy was the third one that came out.
Trilogy came out with Annihilation. It was trash.
Oh my god! But Trilogy was the best game.
Oh no, not Trilogy.
Trilogy is the fourth
one. The fourth one was trash.
The fourth one was trash. Yeah. The fourth one was trash. Trilogy was the one that really launched Mortal Kombat into.
Yeah, that was good.
Like legendary
with Stryker and everything. Yeah.
Oh man, they had so many characters.
Yeah, so many characters. So we pretty much get Katana coming out of nowhere again, right? And she's like, Liu Kang, you've learned your babiness. Now come to me. We have to go fight Shang Tsung.
I put it as slave Sonya. It looked like slave.
Oh yeah.
Leia. Like just had her in chains.
Yeah, we're like let's put her in the hottest outfit.
Like put her hot. We're gonna tease her hair up and get it all wild. And I was like,
I like how Shang Tsung is like, "You gonna give me buns or not?"
Yeah,
no.
I know.
Damn it! All right.
Why'd you dress her up like that, bro?
The king will, Shao Kahn will be whatever.
Yeah.
He'll be disappointed or some shit. Whatever he said. And then what's her name? Katana's like, don't disrespect the king. Yeah, we're here. We're your friends.
No, that was a terrible line. She goes, my friends will come for me, and Johnny Cage pulls his hood over. We're already here. Oh no.
And
fighting me, bruh. Then we got Liu versus Shang Tsung,
which was great.
And we had like the first initial fight
with the music kicking up. It was great.
Yeah, and then Liu Kang cuts him. And then Shang Tsung has nobody makes me bleed my own blood moment.
Yeah, he does.
It's the exact same thing. And then
he fights all the characters.
We get the
all the warriors that challenge him.
Face your enemy, and then he fights. Was it four of them?
No, it was 9. It's 9 guys. The 9 guys that lost before him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was the 9 guys he lost before him.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
They didn't say that though, right?
No, but you just if you see count 9, it makes sense because that's the 9.
Gotcha.
That's 9 challengers that he killed beforehand.
And there was a samurai.
But you could tell the different times of if you look at the guys, yeah.
It was like, why is there a samurai here? Why is that guy? Who thought that guy was gonna kill Shang Tsung?
And then Liu Kang's metal feet, I guess, because like a sword hit his foot and he stopped it with his bare foot.
Yeah, he's just a ninja.
He's just my ninja feet.
Yes, and then he has to face himself, which is basically just him saying, "I accept my destiny."
Go to my brother's soul.
Which was so corny.
Talk to the hand, Shang Tsung.
And then he had to face his worst fear.
Yeah.
Which was talking to his brother.
Like, you're not my brother. You're Shang Tsung. Yeah. Talk to the hand.
and then right then he turned into Shang Tsung, and then he has to fight him again.
Yo, mine.
Throws him into the spikes.
Yes. And he does the fireball.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was like a fire punch thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
was good. That was good. It knocked him right over.
That was good. That was a nice. I don't know. I just when I saw that, I was like, yes.
That was great.
Temple is heroes with Raiden and Katana, and I was like, it's okay. Trying to get with Katana here. Look a little closer. There.
Raiden was the only one not getting buns. He was getting no buns.
Yeah, he's a god. He doesn't need buns.
Raiden's like, oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna get no buns. You know what? Shao Kahn's coming.
Short-lived return when Emperor Shao Kahn decides to
I've come
attack
for your
anyway,
souls.
which to me just undoes the entire movie.
Well, no, but he does that. He does that in the video game. He breaks the rules of Mortal Kombat, but you find out how he does it. But yeah, 10. Let's do 110.
Give it a 6.
6. Okay, so Ben is going with a 6, and I'm gonna go with a nice 10 because you know why? This movie has shaped my childhood. It was great. I love it. Anytime it comes on, makes me happy. Love the fight scenes. I love the actors. It's just
officially giving it a 6 on IMDb.
Oh wow. Okay, Ben's is giving a grade to IMDb.
Do
what?
Princess Bride.
Oh Jesus Christ! You're forcing me to watch them. All right. So hold on. Let's do this again. All right, Ben. So you got to pick. So what's the next movie we're doing?
The next movie we'll be doing on the MOFO Rewind will be one of
Jesus
my favorite movies of all time.
Oh God.
The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride. All right. So we will be doing The Princess Bride. You got to force me to watch that. Well, that was a good show, guys. Thank you for watching. This was the MOFO Rewind, and we'll see you later. Peace.
Later.
Hold on. I'm going to do...